A mystery on one central Kentucky farm after 3 horses disappear.
We'll check in with last-minute shoppers as they try to wrap up their final Christmas purchases.
And what a volunteer fire department is doing to make sure that Christmas is a little merrier for some children in their community.
This is WKYT News at 5:30.
Good evening. A central Kentucky horse owner is missing 3 things very dear to him this Christmas Eve.
His 3 horses vanished from his property in Woodford County. WKYT's Miranda Combs talked to him about the disappearance in our top story at 5:30.
Trouble.
You can see a lot on Burl Hubbock's property.
Let's go down here.
Rolling grass-covered hills, streams, and shadowed barns.
They weren't back there, and they weren't over there, and they weren't over there.
But what you won't find on his property are horses, at least not now.
They didn't come to my whistle or the grain shaking, so if they don't come to that, they're missing.
He's had this mare for 32 years, named after his daughter.
Jennifer spelt backwards.
And her 2 babies.
Well, they were just mine to feed and play with.
But on Sunday, they didn't show up to eat or play. Hubbock's concern grew, though, when the same thing happened Monday.
There's not much you can do at this point.
He tried by truck and tractor to track them down.
They were gone.
He says police have been told, but there's not much they can do either. It's strange in this part of Woodford County for 3 horses to just vanish.
32 cows came from that direction and came up in the yard 4 years ago, and 22 came from the stock farm back in the back, and you just call them and say, hey, your cows are here, please come and get them.
So you'd expect that to happen with your horses?
Sure. Yep, sure would.
He has to think they were stolen. Horses he's seen every day for much of his life, and most of theirs.
I don't have much faith that they're going to show up.
But he's hopeful that the season of giving will find what was taken. In Woodford County, Miranda Combs, WKYT.
The mare has an Arabic tattoo under her mane. If you have any information about the missing horses, you should call Versailles Police.
It has been a very warm and sunny Christmas Eve. The nice weather giving people a chance to clean up damage from yesterday's storms. Those storms blew a part of building at the Green River Prop Shop in Campbellsville. The National Weather Service determined that straight-line winds between 90 and 100 miles an hour caused damage in West Taylor County. Severe weather in Georgia delaying holiday travelers there. A weather system moving through causing all kinds of problems at the Atlanta airport. Both flights in and out of Bluegrass Airport have been affected by that. Atlanta airport officials expect more than 156,000 passengers just today and expect to see their 100th millionth passenger on Sunday.
With temperatures in the 60s, it definitely doesn't feel like Christmas Eve, and people are taking advantage of the nice weather by going outside. We found walkers and runners enjoying today at the UK Arboretum. They say they couldn't pass up the chance to be outside in December.
Well, obviously a great day. It's a unique opportunity on Christmas Eve to have this kind of weather, so we thought we'd get out here before the North Pole melts and floods everybody out.
Well, we won't have a white Christmas this year, but it could end up being a wet one. WKYT meteorologist Jim Caldwell joins us with a rainy forecast, Jim.
Yeah, very wet stuff coming our way over the next couple of days. Unfortunately, it looks like most of Christmas Day, or at least most of the time we'll be awake and stirring around, looks to be on the wet side. Out there on this Christmas Eve, though, we are nice. 63 degrees right now in Lexington. We got in the mid and upper 60s in most locations today. Even a few low 70s across southern and eastern Kentucky. Just a lot of warmth out there for us on this Thursday. And not just any normal Thursday, as I mentioned, it's Christmas Eve. But look up the road. I mean, we are dealing with super chilly temperatures compared to what we have out there. And I'm talking about low 40s. That will bring a little bit of a chill to your spine dealing with that after coming off of 60s and 70s that we've been experiencing here recently. Flood watch in effect for the folks across southeastern Kentucky starting tomorrow morning, and that runs through the early morning hours on Saturday. That does not mean that us here in central Kentucky that we are going to walk away unscathed, because it looks like we'll have some rounds of rain in here as well. Maybe even potential to see some isolated flooding too. We'll track all of that, and we'll break that Christmas forecast down a little more in detail for you. We'll show you some of the positives, very few, but we'll show you some of those coming up in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Jim. Well, if you still need to finish up your Christmas shopping, time is running out. Fayette Mall closes in less than 30 minutes.
And we found no shortage of shoppers. A lot of guys out there looking for those last-minute gifts. Our Monique Blair talked to a few of them.
Well, time is running out for shoppers. The mall literally closes in just a few minutes, but that's not stopping hundreds of shoppers from working against the clock to pick up those last-minute gifts.
It's just being busy.
Some say it's procrastination at its best, waiting until it's crunch time to finish their Christmas shopping. But for one shopper, she wasn't only finishing her shopping, she was also starting it.
Buying every single Christmas present on my list. Yeah, it's a tradition.
Really?
Yeah, not on purpose. I just saying that makes it feel better.
Many stores here are taking advantage of the droves of people who have been in and out of the mall all day today. Many stores offering 60, 70, and even 80% off deals.
I received like several emails from them about their, doorbusters. They have a 80% on some stuff. So yeah, it's, prices make big differences.
So what are the lines like on the day, actually the hours before Christmas?
So like 5-10 minutes in the waiting line, not more.
There was no traffic and I found a spot right out front, so I have a good feeling.
Now the mall will close in just a few minutes at 6 o'clock. The mall will be closed tomorrow on Christmas Day, and then it will reopen on Saturday morning at 7 o'clock. In Lexington, Monique Blair, WKYT.
And if you really, really want to wait until the very last minute, some stores will be open into the evening. Walmart will be open until 8 tonight. Toys R Us closes at 9 o'clock. Kmart will close its doors at 10, and you can shop at both Lexington Target stores until 11 this evening. Now, Christmas is arriving a few hours early for children in a small Kentucky community.
The Barry Volunteer Fire Department in Harrison County has been collecting toys for children in need. Tonight they're hosting a party to hand out the presents. WKYT's Garrett Weimer is there as they get ready for the celebration.
The Christmas party at the fire department here in Barry tonight will likely put a lot of smiles on the faces of a lot of kids, and that's thanks to the generosity of folks just like you. In November, we told you the Barry Volunteer Fire Department planned to throw a party for kids in the community. It's a small town, but there's a lot of need here, and organizers say they wanted to make sure every kid got a present for Christmas. But in tough times, the need has gotten even bigger, they say, and this year they needed some help collecting toys for the kids. In the month since that story aired, organizers say the response has been amazing, and they've been blessed with the donations that have come in. All of that will come together here tonight to make families here happy. It's just a beautiful evening here in Barry, and it's going to be a great night for that party, which starts in less than half an hour now. And they also expect tonight a visit from the big man himself, Santa Claus. In Harrison County, Garrett Weimer, WKYT.
Organizers say they expect as many as 100 children at the party this year. God's Pantry in Lexington, thanks to people with parking fines. The Food for Fines program collected more than 10,000 pounds of food for the pantry. That's equivalent to about 8,300 meals. The Lexington Parking Authority collected the food in exchange for giving people discounts on their parking tickets between mid-November and mid-December.
Now, I know you've probably heard of distracted driving. Now cell phone use is causing distracted walking. Smartphone use is at an all-time high, and that's leading to more people getting injured when they walk. It's a familiar sight on streets across America, people walking with their eyes on their phone instead of the road. The Urban Dictionary even has a word for it, pedestrian.
10 years ago, it would be rare to see people on their phones, and now almost everybody that I see is on their phone.
We spotted Jordan Benston video chatting while crossing the street.
You definitely shouldn't. I know I shouldn't, but I still do it.
The internet is full of videos of people on their phones having accidents, but some can be more serious, like this woman walking right into a fountain, or this man accidentally falling on the train tracks. No train was approaching at the time. Distracted walking injuries are becoming so common, the National Safety Council, or NSC, is including them in its annual injury report for the first time. The group says the numbers have jumped from the growth of cell use, from less than 500 in the year 2000 to more than 2,000 in 2011.
You think about the home environment, some of the most dangerous situations can be on stairs where people could have a really bad fall.
Debbie Hirschman from the NSC says common injuries include sprains and concussions,
and she believes these accidents will increase as more people use cell phones.
Also, it's common for distracted pedestrians to fall on the sidewalk or wander into traffic, but the National Safety Council found that 52% of the walking injuries were actually happening at home.
Investigators have identified 2 bodies found inside a badly burned car. Our county-by-county coverage begins in Christian County. The sheriff's office identified the victims as 58-year-old Pamela Phillips and 63-year-old Ed Dansereau. Deputies say Phillips' husband was found shot to death at his home. Dansereau was the couple's neighbor. So far, there have been no arrests. A Perry County truck driver is dead after a chain reaction crash on Interstate 75 in Georgia. The State Patrol says 66-year-old Don Combs witnessed a crash when he got out of his truck to check on the victims. We're told a FedEx truck hit and killed him. Police say rain and fog were factors in both crashes.
Kentucky's new governor preparing for his first budget proposal, and the reason you don't want to let those Christmas gift cards go unspent for too long. WKYT's Bill Bryant is here with tonight's Bottom Line.
Good evening. We have learned that Kentucky Governor Matt Bevin will make his first budget proposal to the State General Assembly on January 26th. At that time, he'll lay out how he wants to spend more than $20 billion in tax money over the next 2 years. Bevin will have had just 2 months since he was elected to craft a plan to account for the state's soaring public pension debt and expanding Medicaid population. The Republican Bevin ran as a political outsider, and he has never held public office. He issued a statement earlier this month complaining that he was facing a financial crisis left behind by former Governor Steve Beshear's administration. This week, he put in place a state hiring freeze. If you get a gift card or 2 or 3 for Christmas, don't just shove them in a drawer. That's the word. The law provides some protections, but inactivity fees can still eat away at their value.
You can lose value of a gift card if you do just throw it in the jewelry box or whatever in the sock drawer and just leave it and forget about it, because inactivity fees can be charged after 1 year of non-use, and that's going to vary from card to card. So you may want to look into that, which is another good reason to use it as soon as you can. Another reason to use it as soon as you can is this happens every year. A business may end up going out of business or bankrupt or something of that nature.
And what happens in that case?
Sometimes you're out of luck. Sometimes you're able to use them at a corporate online. Maybe it's just a location locally that closed.
It's Heather Clary from the Better Business Bureau. She also talks about store return policies on Kentucky Newsmakers. We also talk with the Lexington Bluegrass Board of Realtors President Larry Friel about home buying trends in the Bluegrass as the year wraps up. Kentucky Newsmakers runs Sunday morning at 6 on WKYT. It repeats Sunday at 10 a.m. on the CW Lexington. Ads about the state health insurance website Connect are being pulled. Governor Bevin promises to shut down the website, saying Kentuckians can shop for insurance on the federal website. And Senator Rand Paul says he won't take part in any undercard debate before the Republican primaries. Paul says if that's what's being offered, he won't be there. There's talk of limiting the next GOP debate to 6 candidates. Enjoy your Christmas holiday. Bill Bryant, WKYT.